Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to discuss WrestleMania 40 Sunday. This is the Burning Success, a wrestling podcast. I am Steve Hamblin. With me, as always, Kevin Success, the people's obesity who's not as obese as I am.
I don't know about that.
Um, let's jump into night two, man. Let's run through this
Yeah.
pretty quick. Let's get a short one out. People are probably tired to listen to us talk for an hour and
Yeah.
43 minutes. Um, let's jump into it. I want to get your opinion on because I feel like you'd like this. We didn't. Full disclosure, we did not watch this. We did not watch Sunday night together. We watched Saturday night together and the press conference. And Sunday, I watched it with my beautiful wife and my kids. Ran around the house and took baths and uh, crushed my soul by not liking wrestling. So, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. It opened the show.
Mhm.
Drew McIntyre's entrance was pretty cool. There were swords.
There were
Um,
swords.
I don't know if you heard it, but they were walking down. He was walking through the guys with swords, and somebody on commentary, Pat McAfee said, "Who are these guys? Or
Oh
who
yeah.
are those guys with swords?" CM Punk said, "Dorks."
Yeah, I can't believe he said that.
It's fantastic. It's
He is
it was
great.
wonderful. And then Seth's entrance
Forgot about
was
that.
weird.
Yes, his
Weird.
costumes. Ugh.
Whatever. I
Pat
mean,
Map-
he's flamboyant, and
sure.
they got the Philadelphia marching band, adult marching band.
Right.
I don't know what they were. The anyway. What did you think of the entrances, the matches, the opening, and what I can only assume was your pure excitement because you seem like a guy who loves a Money in the Bank cash in. That just seems
Yeah.
like right up your alley.
Oh, dude, you got it. Ah, there's to me honestly, there's nothing more exciting than when you hear someone's music hit and you know they have the briefcase. Shit's going down.
At
But
SummerSlam.
yeah, and then yeah, right at day two yesterday of SummerSlam. That's right. uh, but yeah, we'll get to that in a second for sure. But yes, I do. I love cash-ins, especially how this turned out. Which actually I do kind. Well, it doesn't. We'll get there in a minute. But yeah, interesting choice to open up the WrestleMania Part Two is the championship match. So, oh man, very brutal match from the beginning, and I keep forgetting that Seth Rollins, has that back problem. But every match he's in, you can't unless he sells it, but he doesn't. It doesn't slow him down. Um, and you know me, I'm not a big fan of like interference of a match or whatever, but I wasn't sure if CM Punk was going to get involved or not in this match. But overall, and I knew I knew Drew McIntyre had to win. That the right person won in my opinion in this match. Unfortunately, Seth Rollins' time had to come to an end, and an overall, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the Claymore, but it was a good match from the
You're not a
beginning
big fan
to
of the
the end.
Claymore kick?
I'm not. I just the big boots or high kicks. I'm kind of bored of, to be honest. If there's
They're
anybody like you compare him to what's his name, the Irish
shame
Celtic war,
ass.
Sheamus. If you had to pick who's got a better one, definitely Drew McIntyre.
I was
Counting down
worried
three,
about
two,
what you were going to
one.
say there.
Yeah, no, 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 yeah. No, there's nobody that gives a better, whatever you want to call it, Claymore, big boot kick, whatever, bicycle kick than Drew
Yakuza.
McIntyre for sure. Yeah. Yes. And everybody takes it amazingly. Some people flip, they go crazy. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan.
Okay,
But
that's fair.
yeah, yeah. But oh my goodness, great match. I know you want to talk about, and I'll let you talk about a tweet that he did or the when he took the cell phone. But uh, yeah, the right person won. A fantastic way to open a WrestleMania. Got the crowd going. Warmer crowd. The weather was warmer, so I felt like there was more energy. But yeah, yeah, it
You
was
liked
awesome.
it.
I liked it. Liked it a
Okay.
lot.
I loved it. It was short, but I see why now. Seth had triple duty this weekend. Um, and we'll get to that a little bit later. He's hurt. and they had all the stuff to do afterwards. Um, the the Claymore is great. I think my only problem with the match is that Drew McIntyre. I mean, it made Seth look like a fighting champion, but
Sure.
6 Claymores,
Yeah, that was a lot. That was
and
a
the
lot.
man's half dead, and he wrestled last night, and has been beat with a belt every night this last 6 months. Like,
Yeah, true.
or it was 3 months. I'm not. That's exaggerative. Sorry. Um, So I didn't really like that it took that many claymores. I did like that Seth rolled out. I like that Seth told him you deserve it and
Oh
hit
yeah.
the bricks.
Yep.
He got to celebrate for 5 minutes and 32 seconds or 42 seconds or whatever he said. John with CM Punk was good, and then the angle with him and CM Punk, he trips him on the table, rolls him off, takes off the brace, does a clothesline, and then the angle, the way it was shot was you heard the music, but you still saw Punk and whatever his name is, Punk smiling ear to ear. You see the
Yeah.
purple flames. Alyssa's like, "What's going on?" I said, uh, D- Damien? No,
Damian Priest.
yeah,
Yeah, Damian
sorry,
Priest.
Damian
Yeah,
Priest.
yeah,
Damian Priest is cashing in, and she was like, "Cashing in? What?" I said, "He's senior Money in the Bank. Like he's." And he comes running down, and he does the thing, gives him a choke slam.
an awesome
Drew,
one, by the
yeah,
way.
Drew went
Oh,
up for it, killer.
yeah.
Choke slam 1, 2, 3. He's the new champion. We get the Money in the Bank payoff. You get to continue Punk and Drew. Seth still looks like a fighting champion. He's off into the sunset for a little while to heal up, or well, so I thought. I didn't think I'd see him again that night.
Right.
We
Foreshadowing.
get a good angle to start off Mania hot. We get a good match, really good, hard fought match, pretty brutal. Um, and yeah, I was good with it. It was another great opening. Another so far good night. One match in,
Yeah,
good night.
yeah.
Um, I don't know if you watched Io Sky versus Bailey, which is our next venture. I did. I was
I did,
giving my son a bath, so I did not watch that match.
and no,
It was on.
that is
I could hear it. I didn't watch it.
yeah. That is fair. And sorry, I'm looking for that is the next match. Io Sky,
Versus Bailey,
Haley. Why am I not?
the women's championship match.
Yeah, no, no, and I did actually watch the match.
People were saying 5 stars. I've seen a few people online say it was 5 stars.
That's
So
hard to say. It was a good match, and really, you didn't know who was going to win up until the very last second. And I was really hoping Bailey would win because I love me. I love face turns and baby faces and um, 5 stars
SummerSlam,
is rough. What'd you say?
SummerSlam.
I'm gonna say it again. I know I am at this point. Now you got into my head. uh, sorry, I'm trying to look for my stuff, but no, it was a good match. It was one of those come from behind victories too, which is always fun to see. So you really thought that Io Sky was going to pull it off again, and there really was a lot of motion between Io Sky and Bailey, which I had full expectations that there would be. I don't think there was any interference, which was good. I really don't think there was. Um, so it was a clean victory. Um, I didn't know that Bailey was doing the elbow drop off the top rope as like a signature finisher move, but I think that was because one of the commentators said that was a tribute to I can't think who it is now.
Macho
Um,
Man Randy Savage.
was it Macho Man? It might have been, which I
I
don't
didn't
know.
watch. I'm just assuming he did an elbow.
No, well that right he did, and that's what
Shawn
came to mind.
Michaels
But
did an elbow.
no, he did, but it was definitely not. It was before Shawn. Well, I guess it was much earlier days. But anyways, I don't know what the connection was there for Bailey. I know she's not. I don't think she's related to any of them. But anyways, that's how she finished. Was an elbow drop off the top rope. Crowd loved it. They were insane. To which then I could kind of see, but I really would have a hard time calling it a 5 star match unless they're. This might sound terrible, but unless they're bringing their
Men,
expectations
you
down a little bit.
sexist.
I didn't want to say it, but I just
Mm,
how many 5-star matches are women? I'm just saying. But
I don't know. That's Dave
it was
Meltzer. He'll know.
right. Yeah, no shit. uh, here we go. Just double checking. Sorry, yeah, I was just reading something. But yeah, yeah, there wasn't any interference. It was a clean match. It was just them two. There was an awesome spot with her doing a moonsault, Io Sky, which she does an incredible job. But overall, yeah, no, it was a good match. I just have a hard time calling it a 5-star match. I think,
Okay.
I don't know.
I,
Yeah,
like I said, I just saw that online. I was pretty
yeah,
blown away by it, but it all worked out.
yeah. Hey, we got a
Then
new champion,
I think
Haley.
we get the 6-man tag team Philadelphia street fight,
Oh yes,
the
I
Pride versus the Final Testament.
oh, why don't I know that match because I know the how it finished, but I don't
Who won?
remember. Well, I know that was the match where the Philadelphia Eagles came in, I believe.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Or was that?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Or was that Saturday? Now I can't remember. Now I'm
Oh
mixing
no,
them up.
they came in Saturday. Who'd they come
I
in?
did. I'm sorry. That was my fault. We forgot to talk about that. Um, I am all over the place here. I apologize. Um,
You
I
got to
don't
stop
think I
doing
really
that.
watched that one. I just don't remember it. Did you remember, or did you watch it? I mean, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I did not watch it. That was also during bath time. I came down at the end, but I really don't know who won, to be honest. I don't.
I can. I don't know what that was about. It. The software heard you, but I couldn't hear you, and now I can.
All right.
So I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. But I
Yeah.
was saying that I didn't watch the match. It sounded okay. Um, Bobby Lashley and them won.
Yes, that's what I thought it was, Bobby. I don't know. I must.
Snoop Dogg showed up. I didn't know anything about any of that. Who
Yes.
cares?
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, I don't really mind him. I think he can be a little entertaining, but yeah.
LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Let me
It was
talk to
okay.
you.
Let me talk. Let me talk to you.
What'd you think?
Um, it was okay. I kept going back and forth on how much this match was going to be. Is it going to be really, really good? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be okay? It didn't blow me away. It was still good though. A lot of good spots. They both are fast paced. I think in
It
general.
it
Uh,
started out the right way. They weren't doing wrestling. They were trying to fight.
yes,
I was real worried about that because sometimes these guys are hate feuds and they just tie up and want to do a drop
chain
down
wrestle. Yeah,
tackle, shoulder tackle, leapfrog. It's like get out of here, you goofs.
yeah, yeah. That doesn't make
Um,
sense. Yeah.
it was good. It was a little bit better than the Usos. I'll say that.
Yes, it was. It was. Yeah.
Um, we can what can we say about it? I like AJ Styles. I think he's great.
Hmm.
Not a big LA Knight guy. I know you are, but for some reason he just doesn't do it for me. I
It's
wish he
fair.
did, but he does not. And other than that, yeah, it was good. I mean, it was decent. Like I said, I
Yeah.
don't know that they're done.
Yeah.
Um, and I think AJ Styles is great. That's about
Yeah.
anything I got.
Yeah. 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 And
Let's
we
talk.
saw that LA Knight. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say LA Knight did defeat AJ Styles.
Yes,
Yeah.
LA
Yeah.
Knight won. Let's talk
Yeah.
about Fido and fight.
Yeah.
Leading into the triple threat, you get the big prime entrance with Logan Paul. Once again, Logan Paul is just made for this business. The man is a heel. He
Yes.
seems to love it. He's athletic. He's good in the ring. He will work. He's got the facials. He's
Yes.
got the storytelling. Um, the Kevin Owens entrance where he walks through and Sammy said, "It's your turn now," or "It's your, let's go get you one." And then he comes out. He sees the Prime thing, and he's like, "Nah, I got my own thing." And he pulls out the golf cart and drives down. I was all for that. I'm a big Kevin Owens guy. Everything about him's
Yes.
great. Um,
Yes.
but then he goes and he picks up Randy Orton, rides him down, and the they try to go at each other, or they try to go both at Logan, beat him down. They both go for the pin, and then they sit there, and Kevin Owens is like, "We knew this was going to happen. We doing
Mm-hmm.
this now or later?" Randy says, "Let's do it later." Instantly goes for the RKO, and then Kevin Owens, that look on Orton's face where he's like, because he got caught. That was
Yes,
all
you got
fantastic.
yes.
All yeah, you fucked up. You
That
fucked up.
yeah, the
And
chant,
then
yeah.
yeah, Kevin Owens being like, "You want to do this now?" And him saying yeah, and then them starting to throw fist.
Yes,
Good spot.
yes.
Uh, the callback to the brass knucks.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know who the goofy guy is that
Yeah,
pulled
I don't know who
Logan
that was
Paul out of the
either.
way. I don't know who that guy is. Don't know anything about him. I know he looked like a goof. I'm
Yeah,
glad Orton dropped him on his back and
yeah,
RKO'd the
yeah.
hell out of him, and the
He
table
did a
said,
great.
"Fuck you."
Yeah,
Um,
he took that RKO beautifully, though. I will say
I don't
that.
think he had a choice.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't think he had a choice. Yeah, I don't know who that guy is, so whatever with
Yeah.
that. And then uh, Orton kicking out of brass knuckles,
Yes.
wild,
Yes.
wild.
Yeah.
Um,
And by the way, you're talking about the boxer. That's his whole thing, right?
right.
So on top of the fact that his he punches like crazy, awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. It was definitely needed. That's a mania mode. You're at WrestleMania,
Yes.
you kick out just because, and somewhere in your body it tells you like I can't lose like this at Mania. And
Exactly. Which
we
I
know,
think the commentator even said something like that.
yeah, they
Yeah.
were kind of along like they
Yeah.
said it was muscle
Yeah.
memory. He just kicked
Muscle
out of
memory.
instinct.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Beautiful.
and
Beautiful.
that's like a wrestling cliche. I mean, if you get hit with brass knuckles, your body's not going to tell you, "Hey, buddy, I'm at WrestleMania. Get up." We know that.
Sure.
Have fun. Be part of the show,
Yeah.
you goofs.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Just be a
Um,
part. Exactly.
other than that, it was really good. Logan Paul retaining's fine. I'm fine with that.
Mhm.
Um, you have anything to add? I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, no, it was awesome, and I think we all both knew that it was going to be awesome too. So yeah, I definitely won't reiterate everything, but I think you hit really good points from the entrance, the match. I think the finish was good too because if I remember correctly, I think the way that it played out is that Orton and Kevin Owens kind of got in their way, and that's what gave the opportunity for Logan to win, which is awesome to me. Logan wins as a heel way any way he can, and if the brass stocks didn't work, he was just an opportunist. But I just want to highlight the things you said about
Lost
you are
you.
100% correct. Yeah. And he should be a heel forever. I can't imagine him ever face turning. I just would make sense.
Right.
Um, but I did see that TikTok where we'll talk about that later. But his reaction at later of the night was so cool because you go from being a superstar, which he essentially is at this point, to being a fan, and that is neat. And the fact that he was a YouTube star, he's been doing this for a while. He's done UFC or boxing, whatever the hell it was. Um, but to bring back to his basis of just he likes entertainment just like anybody else is really cool. But anyways, I 100% agree. Great match, good finish. It was just solid all the way out. A lot of cool kickouts at the last minute. Love the commentary. Love it. Match.
All right.
Right person won. I think. I agree.
Correct.
Logan should win. Yep. Yep.
And I think that leads us to the main event. I don't think we have anything left.
Is that right? Yeah, I think you are right. It was an okay match. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I'm. I don't know if I'm ready to get into
Are
this.
you ready? Right.
Um, let's talk about it.
Do it.
We get a pretty cool Cody Rhodes entrance.
Hmm?
The war thing and the burning, and then he raises up out and he takes his mask off. He's got his wife there with him. That's cool. He walks to the ring. He's ready to go. Roman gets a choir. I'm sorry, an orchestra
Orchestra.
to play him in. He walks through. He looks tough. He looks ready. He looks like I got it in the bag. It's Bloodline rules. And they go in. You get the awesome entrances or the announcements, and we get probably 20, 25 minutes of these two trying to beat each other to death.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard fought. very good match. And then after we see this, and after Roman tries everything and he can't keep Cody down, we get Cody about to hit the second crossroads, and there's Jimmy Uso.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the super kick.
Mm-hmm.
You get Jimmy cheering, and then you hear the, yeet or whatever. There comes
Yeah.
Jay. Jimmy's pissed. He's ready. He lost Saturday.
Right.
Slides out of the ring, is running up there. They fight. Jay spears him off the stage, takes them 2 out.
That was scary too.
If they'd have overshot that,
I thought they did.
It looked it. It looked rough.
Yeah, it did. Awesome.
They did great, and then we're at 4 on the countdown to harken back.
Countdown.
The start of the match in the 25 minutes is 5.
Yep.
Jay coming out and saving him 4.
Mm-hmm.
Cody gets him back up. Roman goes, I think, hits a spear. Cody kicks out.
Yep.
They do a little bit more. Cody hits 1, 2, getting ready to do the third one. And then we get the call back for last year's WrestleMania with the Samoan Spike from Solo.
Yep.
Same positioning, same exact, identical. It happens.
It was.
We're at 3. Solo's out there, picks him up. We get a spear and a spike combo. Cody kicks out because he wants it that bad, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you're in it. I spear and spike him again. I dare you. He's gonna kick out. He's not losing.
Yep.
The fight's there. We're at 3 on the countdown. Solo is about to spike him again. He's getting ready. And John Cena's music hits.
Yes.
Solo Sikoa beat John Cena in his last match.
Yep.
Wiped the floor with him.
Yep.
They have it because Cena made fun of him, made him look bad. Cena comes out. You can't see me. Puts him through the table. We're down to 2. The Rock. Cena's over there, takes his shirt off. The Rock's music hits. Cena looks scared because Cena has so much history with The Rock.
Yes.
And so much history with the bloodline and all of this, and we're at a boiling point.
Mm-hmm.
Rock walks down. He's got the weight belt. Mama Rhodes. He's pissed. Him and Cena look back and forth. We get the "This is awesome" chant. We get the, whatever. Harkens back to, what, WrestleMania 27? Or
20 years
like
ago?
That? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
13 years
or,
ago.
13 years ago? 14 years ago? We get that. We go for a punch, ducks, rock bottom, get your ass out of my ring.
Mm-hmm. Final boss, right?
Final boss, blah, blah, blah. Dun. We get the gong. Everyone was expecting Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes. We were waiting for glass to shatter. 100%.
Yes. And I was telling Alyssa, here's where I was like, they're doing it. They're building to it. It's going to be Cena.
Yep.
He's going to take out, Rock's going to take him out. Austin's music's going to hit. Everyone's going to go meltdown. And they play the Undertaker's gong. And I said, what are they doing? I can't explain to you what I was like in this moment. I was
I wish I saw it.
11 years old,
right
on the edge of my seat, so excited, so so involved. They got me. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
Men.
Yep.
Undertaker, black. Undertaker appears. It's American Badass Undertaker. Choke slam. The Rock starts calling him names. Goozles him. Choke slam. Gong. Black. They're gone. We're down to 1 on the countdown. Roman stands up, looks confused. The chair's there. that Cena brought in, or Solo, whoever brought the chair in. I can't remember
Uh,
who.
Seth Rollins.
Seth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I skipped that. The
Shit, we forgot
Shield.
Seth. Yeah. Shit.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I'm sorry. So we go back a little bit. The Shield
Yeah.
music hits. What?
Yeah.
We don't even see him. He slides
Yeah.
in. He goes to hit the Rock with the chair. Superman punch out of nowhere
Punch.
puts him out.
Yep. Yep.
Sorry, I skipped that. Oh my goodness, I
Oh,
can't believe I
okay.
forgot that. So we're
That's
down to
okay.
1 on the countdown with The Rock getting choke slammed because Undertaker. Here's the best thing about Undertaker. He lost to Roman at Mania.
He did. Yes.
He never got that back. He never went after
Yeah.
Roman again.
Yeah.
Roman beat him. Roman said, "This is my yard now."
Exactly.
Undertaker wrestled AJ, rode off into the sunset. We get the Undertaker getting his comeuppance.
Yeah.
I can't beat you in a match, but I can damn sure make sure you don't cheat Cody.
Exactly.
My goodness. The
Exactly.
layers, people. The
Yes.
layers.
This
Oh,
is it. Like you said, this is his yard. Yes. And the way I took it is that The Rock's not the final boss. The Undertaker's the final boss.
right.
So,
Right. Because Rock's gone. Where is he? We don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Roman looks confused. He picks the
Yeah.
chair up. All he has to do is hit
Yes.
Cody one
Yes.
time and pin him. And he looks, and Seth is feeding him the back.
Mm-hmm.
And we jump back in time 14 years ago. 13 might have been. And we get Roman's been waiting for this moment. He can't take it. He hates it. It lives rent free in his head. Smacks Seth in the back. Seth falls the same way, lands on the
Yes.
rope the same way, and Roman got so much closure out of that
Yes. Yes.
that he turns around and he gets three crossroads, and Cody pins him, and it's 1, 2, 3, and we have an end to a 1,316 day title reign that will not be touched for years to come.
If ever. Correct.
Right. And
Yeah.
I am exhausted.
Yes.
I feel like I wrestled the match. I'm blown away. I'm
Emotional.
over the moon. I'm emotional. I'm like,
Yeah.
the Roman rolls out of the ring. The Rock's there to try and help him. Roman and the Wise Man leave the Rock.
Mm-hmm.
It's not zoned in on. It's not there. That's not the that's the
Main
that's the
focus.
side story. That's the side
Yep.
dish.
Yep.
We're enjoying our steak, but those potatoes are over there just waiting on us.
Yes.
They put it there, it leaves, it's over. It's past. That's gonna simmer up later. You're gonna want them potatoes when you're full on steak. You're gonna be like, oh, them potatoes still look so good. Anyway,
I love it. Yes.
then you get Cody, and everybody fills the ring, and the faces come
Mhm.
out, and they lift him up, and he gets his championship, and he's crying. His wife comes in, and his mom, and all this, and it's so emotional, and it's so real, and this man's
Yes.
been waiting for this. And I was the one that's like, the story doesn't need to be over. Let's keep continuing it.
Sure.
I am so glad that they did it.
Awesome.
Because I'll stake a claim right now. I'll plant my flag. I'll say it. The main event of WrestleMania 40 Sunday night, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes in a Bloodline Rules match for the Universal Heavyweight Championship of the world, is the single greatest wrestling match to ever take place on this earth. No questions asked.
And just to make the fans aware, it's not like you've been watching wrestling for a few years. I mean, probably 20 years, several different promotions, not just your main ones,
Yeah, every
ROH,
bit.
and yeah.
Every bit.
So
Well, more.
if
Well,
not
well
hundreds,
over.
yeah. Well, then there you go. And then that said, if not hundreds, definitely probably in the thousands of matches.
Yeah,
So
going on
that
30 years.
that's a lot.
Doing that.
30 years of wrestling as a child, an adolescent, an adult, with family,
Teenager.
with your father, teenager, teenage, yeah, huge, high school, middle school, whatever.
watching
different promotion,
WrestleManias, different promotions,
all the match.
going to
Oh
ROH
yeah,
Live, uh,
yeah. Watching matches
WCW,
before you were born.
AEW, TNA,
Yeah,
everything that I've ever seen, everything that I've ever watched,
yeah,
all the stories, the Attitude Era,
yeah.
Rock versus Austin at 15
Austin. Yeah,
was up there. This blew it out of the water.
love it,
The
love it.
storytelling, the work,
Yes,
the commitment to the story, all mattered, all made sense. People
yes,
were like, "Oh, what? I'm so sick of Roman. Oh, Roman's a champion. He's never there." There were people that were shocked, and then we get a "Thank you, Roman" chant on Monday Night Raw.
yes,
This
yes,
is wrestling. This is what wrestling's supposed to be.
yes, yes,
This is what drives good business, great business, strong business. This is what makes people fans.
yes.
I if my kids get older and they're like, "Can you introduce us to whatever?" I'd be like, "Oh, I can show you Austin and all this," and that would be yes, and I'd show them Undertaker and I'd show them all these things, and I'd be like, "But if you want to see something that's really gonna make you a fan of wrestling forever, we're gonna start with the beginning of Romans, and we're gonna let them tell the story. We're not gonna watch every episode of Raw. We're
Sure.
not gonna watch every pay-per-view. We're not gonna because you can take pieces, and as long as someone's narrating it like they did for us, I
Hmm.
can narrate it.
Hmm.
So or we'll watch all the whole 4 years.
Sure.
This started way back when. This started they're going back
This-
14 years when the Shield broke up.
Exactly.
That's the craziest story ever told in wrestling, and I
Yes.
I want one person to tell me something that came close. They can't.
Right. No.
And
No.
we know people that said like, it just didn't hit for me. They did too much. They did too much.
That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that
I
doesn't
said
for WrestleMania
everybody said
40. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now that I'll climb down off my high horse, but that is truly coming from someone who's watched so much wrestling and has partaken in so much wrestle talk. That was the single greatest wrestling match to ever take place. And it was perfectly built. And they're saying that we're not even done. They're saying this
Yes.
isn't the end of the story.
Yes.
So when you're at that peak and you find a way to make it go higher, we don't know what's going to happen here. It's about to get insane.
And that is the burning success right there. I had to throw that in. I
That's
I don't want to add anything to what you said because I think you portrayed it perfectly. The one thing I do want to mention is what Michael Cole said is that damn it, I love professional wrestling, and I think that
yes.
completely, yeah, that's the ribbon. Same thing with the emotion we talked about on our first night of WrestleMania in our previous podcast. Samantha Irvin was incredibly emotional on this. I didn't think she could finish the announcement that he won.
Right.
I love it. Everybody had tears in their eyes. I mentioned in our previous podcast too, Logan Paul. I saw he videoed himself watching this, and he was in the crowd, and to see him just as excited as a normal fan would be, I think that says a lot, especially who Logan Paul is. I won't add anything else though to that. It was spectacular. I can't wait to see what this next story is going to be. Then we saw Raw. We saw what Rock said. Um, basically on the lines of that, he'll be back.
Yeah.
That's gonna be incredible. Yeah. Oh
We
boy.
got time. And it doesn't have to be tomorrow.
No,
They
and it
didn't have to
shouldn't.
blow anything off Monday. They didn't have to blow anything
Right.
off Friday.
Right.
We let it all cook. Let it simmer.
Yes.
Get the
Yes.
flavors in
Exactly.
there. And then
Yeah.
there could be something that happened. The Rock thing might not get paid off for 3 years now. We know
And I
that.
and I kind of hope it doesn't. I mean, it's gonna make it that much crazier. If you had this, like you said, if you had the storyline starting with the Shield 14 years ago, and then we get today, I mean, that's an investment. That's a huge investment. Let it happen 3 years from now. We've got plenty of other things we can be watching and enjoying in WWE world. So
Right.
yeah,
Right. I think they did great. I was blown away. Alyssa got emotional seeing him come
awesome.
out. He called out Bruce Pritchard. I'm sorry, I hit the mic. He called
Yes,
out Bruce Pritchard. He called out Triple
yes,
H. He thanked them. They all hugged. it was like what it, and I just had this thought, this epiphany. What it was it them mixing reality and pulling the curtain back and letting us see behind the scenes,
Yes.
yet keeping it in a worked fictional world.
Yes. Subtle. Subtle.
Yeah,
What's
like
that?
they
The
just
fourth
blended.
wall or whatever.
Yeah,
Yes.
they
Yeah.
just blended
That's it.
and it's so, and because you're sitting there and you're like, all this storytelling, all this Roman's gone, the tribal chief, the head of the table, it's over, 1,316 days, and it all came to, he finished his story.
Yes. Yes.
And then he's like emotional and he's got his family there and he calls out the booker and
Yep.
one of the guys in creative, they come out, they hug. You don't know if, like, are we supposed to be seeing this? Is this supposed to be something
I,
that happened after it went off the air?
right. Because
No,
we've never seen this before.
they let us in. They
Exactly.
let us in. They do all of this, and then yet it's still Cody Rhodes. Yet it's still,
Yes.
hey, you've earned this. You did it. You finished your story. And for Triple H and everyone else to come out and say, this ain't the end of the story. It never
Right.
was.
Yes.
We're the
Yes.
we're the dopes. We thought he wins the title, it's over. Of course, it's not over. You
No.
think Roman's okay with losing his title? He's got to
Right.
start back at 1. Something's going to happen here. We're
Love it.
cooking.
He's good. Yes. Love it. He's got to start back at 1. That's right. And that's what I love. That I don't know how long WWE's been doing this, but the post those interviews. What's it called again? Sorry, the
Press conference?
press conferences. I think that's where it plays so much importance because you do get the behind the scenes, but you need to know if you really want to be in it information, and that's where
Correct.
that's just, yes, yes, yeah. And The Rock said a lot of things on Saturday night. Triple H said a lot of things both nights, and then we have Raw. You're right. This is the story's not. This is just a news story. Is all
Yeah.
it is. So yeah,
Yeah.
so cool, man. So freaking cool. We
I'm very
we were excited.
excited.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
still excited.
yes.
I'm I'm
Goosebumps. Yeah.
I'm more into wrestling now than I have been in a long time.
Yes.
And that's coming from 30 years of wrestling.
Yes.
So, they did something right.
Yeah, because we're not the only ones, and
Yeah.
if there's a metric, that's got to be something Triple H is looking for, is to bring back the wrestlers when he was at prime. All those people that are that we grew up, families, whatever. You pull them back. I mean, that's a huge success, and I hope he realizes that. I'm sure he does.
I'm sure he does
So
as well.
yeah,
Well, buddy, I'll say it. I think we knocked this one out of the park.
we did.
I
This is
got
the
a
best.
little I got a little preachy there on it. And I apologize.
No,
I probably should have let you talk before I went on my tangent, but
no, I kind of liked how we did it. We don't both need to talk about it.
right,
Yeah,
right. I
we
was
we
just
needed one.
so passionate
Yeah.
about it. Like I said,
Yes.
when you've seen the greatest wrestling match ever, and I've seen
Yeah.
all the greats. I've seen
Yes.
the hour-long Broadways with Ric Flair and Steamboat and all these
Hmm.
things, and I've seen the empty arena matches that
Hmm.
Ric Flair and oh my god, Terry Funk would have, and
Okay.
all these things that people are like, these are great, these are what you hang your hat on. Future generations will talk about this match
Yes.
as the match that they will never top.
Yes.
It's 10 money bags. It's 7 stars. It's an A plus plus, 1,000%. It's above and beyond anything that's been done in a wrestling ring in forever.
Yeah.
It tops everything. It
Yeah.
really truly does.
And I hope we don't see another one like that for a while because those should be a gem,
Yeah.
once in a lifetime sort of deal.
I mean, I
So
hope I see another one before I die.
true, because I think that's fair. But we don't want one every month. Definitely not one every week. We don't want
No,
every.
no.
Yeah.
You
Right.
can't. You
Yeah.
need the layers and the flavors
Yeah.
and the
You have to
seasoning.
build it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has to
Yeah.
marinate. It has to be
Yeah.
cooked at a low temperature so it's
Yeah.
tender. It has to be served to you. You have to smell it
Yeah.
before you eat it. You have to
Yeah.
sip a little wine. You have to have a little conversation, and then we get our full course meal.
Love it. I love the analogies. It makes us sound fat. We've compared it to food the entire time, but
Yeah, I'm
but it's
pretty
really
hungry.
what it is, though. Yeah, actually, I'm starving, but that is what it is. Like literally, that's how I. That's I'm not joking. I literally thought of it very similar to being, eating. Like
Yeah,
just yeah, you felt full, and it was so delicious and provided and presented so beautifully.
yeah. And
I
it
don't
was
know. Culture.
structured and it made sense and it would all
Yeah,
went to well together. It's not like you're at a smorgasbord and you're just picking a bunch of shit.
yeah. You're not at a
Like this was
buffet. This is
designed and set in front of you.
yeah,
Somebody worked at this.
yes,
Yeah.
eloquent. It was
Yeah.
yes. Everything
There's
was a
some
reason.
garnish there or something.
Yeah, little subtle things here and there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The flavors, like you said, good analogy.
Well,
We got
thank
to
you,
keep
sir.
that. Yeah, no,
Um,
no, definitely. Yeah.
well, let's wrap it up. We'll discuss over text what we're gonna do next. We do need
Yes.
to jump into something. Maybe we can do a deep dive on a character or something. Maybe
Like
pick
a
up
okay.
like maybe
Yeah.
okay, how about this? And this popped in my head and I don't know if this will work and we'll discuss it more. But what about if we did a deep dive into JBL?
Okay.
We start wherever you want. We'll do
Hmm.
some um research,
Yeah.
fill it up. His we'll go from when he becomes JBL till he's gone, and just nitpick, and then you can tell us why you like him so much. So that gives you a little bit of time to pick over some things.
Hmm.
If I come up with a couple of matches I think you should watch of his, send them to you. You can just watch the